Not so sure this Nazi world is as different from our own world as we wish it was.
Damn straight.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? James Gunn's wife says Cena Boy basically missed all the Nazi shit in this dimension, like the damn mural. How did he miss that? I guess Cena Boy is just too stupid. And I'm hoping Gunn didn't write any more butt fucking in here. Then he's like, we gotta break up with Gunn's wife in this dimension. Then they both kick the shit out of these guards. Masculine hardcock here is going to town. Finally some action happening in here for once. It seemed like Gun Boy didn't want to write too much action in here. He just wanted to show their trauma. There was barely any action in that last episode. Gunboy doesn't like action, it seems. Then they just gotta do some slow motion running into that shit fucking intro. Come on, like, who actually likes this dance? Come on, seriously, who does? He could have changed it up and they could have just fought each other. They could have just fought each other dancing style, but he was like, no, we gotta have them dancing, robotic. Vigilante from this dimension is like, damn man, the Nazis won? And the OG Vigilante is like, damn, the Nazis did not win. Then he's like, let's go find your black friend so she doesn't go bye-bye forever. Then we see Lizzo getting chased and damn, all these whiteys are coming after her. And it makes you think, does Gunboy not like white people or something? Considering he's white and all, or does he just not like them conservative white folks that he calls Nazis? I'm pretty sure being a conservative is the opposite of being a fascist, but you do you, homie. Lizzo girl jumps into a swimming pool thinking she can swim, and Cheetah Boy gets her out and electrocutes the shit out of them, and they all get the bye-bye turn it off. Cena Boy and Gunn's wife are leaving Argus in a rush, but they got those guns out, the things Amazon hates apparently. Then he gets his jetpack out and boom, they're out of there. And then obviously Cena Boy has to screw it up greatly and crash into a vehicle. He's just gotta do that shit. Then they get on the bike and then they fuck off. Keith comes back to the crib and Cena Boy Dimension's dad is like, your bro's dead, and that the other Cena Boy is from another dimension. He even tells Keith that he went to the other dimension and saw his doppelganger and he didn't like him at all because he was an absolute dick. Cena Boy's dad is a dick. And I'm actually quite surprised. This dimension dad is awesome. He seems like a great dude in this. He doesn't seem like such a hardcore Nazi here. I was like, damn, the Nazi dimension gave Chris a better dad. What are the odds? Gunboy here trying to make them whitey conservatives look like pieces of shit when they really aren't. Look at Cena Boy's dimension dad. He's got morals and values, it seems. Then he says they gotta go find this Chris boy, otherwise they're completely f***ed if they find out about that dimension door. Keith mentions Gunn's wife.
She was wearing pants, Dad.
Pants.
Then they're like, let's suit up, boy, and get the other dimension beings back. Lizzo and Cheetah Boy go to a house with snacks and find a house that's empty. Cheetah Boy mentions how he killed all those people in that pool, and that's the most people he's given the bye-bye turn it off to at once. Then mentions how Lizzo tasered the shit out of him, and he's like, whatever, it's cool, it's fine, it's just another day. John Boy tries to get Eagly to help him, but he brings him a damn string. It obviously ain't working well. Cheetah Boy tells Lizzo the world is run by Nazis and they don't like them colored folks. And then they play fucking Scrabble. They played Scrabble! Cena Boy and Gunn's wife having a good cruise as they get chased by them po-po pigs. And she's like, damn, I need this dick. And he's like, hell yeah, I need that puss. And have Gunn watch in the fucking corner! That's what Gunn likes to do. The pigs try to get a hold of them, and boom! Chris Boy's dad and Keith come to the rescue, and they're like, come with us, homies. Grillo and Masculine Chick work with Dimension Boy to locate the Dimension portal thingy. And then he says, what's in it for me for helping you? And then Grillo Boy's like, Baldy Boy said so. And he's like, okay. So obviously he's scared of Baldy Boy really goddamn bad. And then they find the portal instantly. And Gorilla Boy is way too damn happy. He's gonna celebrate with his bitches now. Cheeto Boy and Lizzo talk. Maybe this is a good dimension for Peacemaker. And Small Asian Dude is like, nah, he's a piece of shit. Then she says Chris Boy is a good guy. And then there's this dumbass line.
Not so sure this Nazi world is as different from our own world as we wish it was.
Damn straight.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? What are you writing in here, Gunn? Are you smoking crack? That was just dumb as fuck. How the hell can you compare that world to the other world? She's not getting chased by a bunch of whiteys. Gunboy be smoking too much liberalism these days. So he might as well just go back to tweeting about how he likes kids so much. He might as well just do that. Get back there. Instead of putting whatever politic bullshit into this crap. Then they're like, we better peace out of here and just go back to their Nazi world apparently. We just know Gunboy loves them Nazis. They all go back to their house and talk. Chris Boy tells the truth about how he was just curious about this Nazi dimension and how he gave the other dimension Peacemaker the old bye-bye, turn it off. Keith Boy got real mad.
I'm sorry. F you.
But Cena Boy was like, I wanted to know what it was like to have a family. They then have an unexpected visitor, and it's the cops. And Cena Boy's Dimension Dad was pretty nice, telling them to get a warrant to search the house. And I was like, damn, his dad's pretty cool in this dimension. He's not so much of a fucking dick. They don't seem like Nazis. They obviously have some morals and values. They're not just like, oh, he came to my doorstep, better pull out a gun and bye-bye, turn it off. Vigilante and Vigilante sneak up behind Lizzo and Cheeto Boy, and he's like, why are you hanging around Cheeto Boy? And then Vigilante's like,
what's that symbol on your chest mean? It looks like someone splashed their cum on you.
Why do you want to splash cum on me?
I don't.
they talk about a plan to get past the cops, and it turns out they just want to kill them all. And they all agree, and I was like, damn! Lizzo girl is like, can we just sneak in there and not make all these cops go bye-bye, turn it off? You don't have to make everybody go bye-bye, turn it off, it seems. Cena Boy's Dimension Dad is like, the cops here aren't innocent. They're pieces of shit. It was like, yeah, kind of makes sense. More or less, they're all pieces of shit in a way. They do what they want to do. Sometimes they have big ego trips, and they don't really give a shit. They just want to say, I have more power than you. They ask how many other dimension beings are there, and Keith was like, well, there was a black one, and he chased her. And his dad was like, why are you doing that? At least this dimension dad got some damn good morals for sure. And he says, why are you being a part of that shit? Chris's dimension dad is pretty cool. This is a pretty good world for Chris Boy. Then they say, as soon as your friends come here, you can leave and never come back. But Keith was like, nah. And his dad was like, Chris Boy was a piece of shit here. He was a real dummy. Then he also says,
revenge isn't gonna bring your brother back.
and I'm like, damn, this guy is just great. He just keeps saying great shit. Gunn's wife calls him
Nazi.
Don't call me that.
Then he gives this speech about doing what is right, and hopefully he can just be the best person he can be. And I was like, damn, that's f***ing great. Then Vigilante comes in and gives this dimension that does bye-bye, turn it off. And I'm like, damn, that's too bad. And it's just sad that he went bye-bye, turn it off too early. And Chris Boy here was just sad. He was so sad. Then the cops are like, let's get in there after Keith starts some shit. Then they all start to leave and the cops come in raiding the place and Vigilante's going hard on
Fucking pigs!
Then Keith goes full on crazy on Cena Boy, beating the shit out of him, and eagerly saves his ass, and they all stab him and pin him down, and Keith is going almost bye-bye, turn it off, and Cena Boy freaks the fuck out, given all his memories about his dad and his brother dying, and all these people going bye-bye, turn it off. I was like, damn. Finally, an emotional moment for Cena Boy. And I honestly think this is one of the best scenes in this season so far. It was just really great. And it really hit all the emotional beats very well. Then Gunn's wife is about to off Keith Boy, but more pigs show up and she's gotta leave this dimension. Guess she didn't give him the old bye-bye, turn it off, so maybe he'll come back for later. He might just become a villain. Now they're at the other dimension and Grillo Boy and Masculine Chick are coming to raid the house. Keith Boy is shown to get in an ambulance with absolute rage. You just know he's gonna bye-bye, turn it off someone one day. Cena Boy closes the doors to the dimension portal thingy and they all walk out to see the Argus team. Cena Boy says they all came to get him back and convince him to give up the portal thingy, and he's getting arrested for having a scientific device which literally did nothing to harm any of these people. This is stupid as shit. But we all know Grillo Boy hates his goddamn ass. And then the post-credit scene was just wild. Having the guy wanting to jerk off in front of the guards is just crazy. Like, Was that really necessary? I think this was one of the better episodes in this season, and I think Gunn did a real solid job on this one. It was sad because the same shit happened to his family in that dimension as well as this dimension he's in. I was like, damn, homie's got trauma forever now. Literally everywhere he goes, death seems to follow. Everywhere. I think the only downside to this episode was kind of like the political statements that were slightly in there, here and there. I just thought that was dumb, considering his dimension dad was awesome. So why you gotta call them Nazis and shit? They obviously seem like decently good people. And then Lizzo here just saying that stupid line about the worlds being not that different. That was just dumb. It wasn't necessary. Keep that shit out of here. But no, Gunn just loves writing that crap. You see Cena Boy all sad here? Why not cheer up and subscribe with more fun videos here?